A completely different show for you today. It's Tyler, and I'm out and about. Today, we're checking out with my friend Diane with Brush by Design and finding out the secret to her success. Come on, let's take that gander. Brush by Design, I'm here with my friend Diane. Welcome back to the show.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I say welcome back because I had you on the red carpet and I had to definitely come out and take a gander and see the studio. So if our viewers are watching and they're like, who is this Diane? I promise you, you may recognize some of her work here locally around town. Let's talk about it. Brush by Design, how did it all begin for you?
Well, it all began for me basically as an artist. Professionally, I've been only doing this 20 years professionally, but actually I've always been an artist. It's been something that I've created things out of plaster and clay and paintings and have always enjoyed doing it. But what I do with my art is something special. I go into people's homes and businesses and create things specially for them. Basically, it's something that I enjoy doing by looking at their environment, seeing what they want to make, maybe talking to the designer, talking to the builder, talking to the client themselves. That's the most important because they're living in their space.
Do you ever get as an artist like an inspiration from maybe a dream or something comes to you from something that you see maybe in your travels or something that a client obviously will tell you, you get kind of a feel from that, right?
Yes. You know, for me, creating art, it's two different aspects, two different ways for me. I have the stuff that I love to make and the stuff that I love to create, but when I'm creating for that person, I feed off of their energy and they give me ideas and hints of what they've seen when they've been on vacation and they just want the most special wine room ever. And I can create that and come up with something that is a unique mural to their space or a unique painting to their space.
There's a lot of artists out there. However, what you do is unique, and I can't wait to show the viewers. And before we do, let's tell them exactly how they can contact you. What is your address here to the studio?
1955 Barber Drive.
All right. And what about a phone number here?
It's 941-306-9293.
All right. Last but not least, that website. Maybe they want to check some of your work out online.
Brushbydesign.com.
Right there at the bottom of your screen. Listen, stay right there. I promise you, you don't want to miss this lady's fabulous stuff. And we're going to check it all out up close and personal. We return right after this message. Stottlemyers Smokehouse. Open air, old Florida tiki bar and restaurant. Featuring live music 7 days a week. Slow cooked meats, pizza, award-winning chicken, family meals to go, catering, and more. Where classic barbecue meets old Florida. Stottlemyers Smokehouse. 19 East Road, Sarasota. Welcome back. All right, guys, I'm going to tell you exactly how I know Diane, and it's this piece right here. And I actually was shopping in at a salon recently and saw this piece, and when I met you on the red carpet, I knew immediately which piece you were actually talking about. It just came to me immediately, and it's interesting. It's almost like your trademark of what you do. So let's talk about what our viewers are looking at right here.
Okay. What you're seeing is a piece that I created called Starry Night. This is a piece that I made it because I love Van Gogh and I love working with the natural mica pieces. And I thought this would be a wonderful way to show a nice textural feel, a lot of movement, a lot of energy flow. And I love the colors. The mica actually will ramp off of those textures and create different refractions of light depending on where you're standing.
So if you've been around town and you see anything quite like this, I promise you it's this lady right here that's created it, because there's nothing else like it. I mean, even the pieces here that you have on the wall, it almost looks like those rocks that you'll see. What do you call those rocks?
Yes, they're a lot like a geode.
Yeah.
What's unique to this piece, and for all three of these pieces, is every piece of glass that you see on there, I hand dyed. Wow. And basically it's all recycled glass. I take the glass and crush it, dye it, and my partner and I, Matt Lemons, he and I made these three pieces together because those are pieces that we've done on people's walls going up to the second floor even. creating large pieces for businesses and for homes. And these are little small pieces that we use as samples to show people of what we can do for big wall.
All right, so let's talk about this next piece that I don't think is a sample, but I have a feeling you're going to try to tell me it is.
Well, it kind of is.
All right, so what are our viewers looking at right here?
One of the things that I love doing, I've always been a carver, carving plaster. And this is a piece that I carved out of plaster. And
wow.
It's something that I sometimes will incorporate clay. I'll incorporate epoxy clay. It depends on what I'm doing and where it is. I've even created scenes outside by people's pools with sea turtles and large scenes of flora and fauna, once again, the palm trees, the life of the orchids hanging from the trees, out of plaster and clay outside. But this is a piece that I've created, and it will be for sale eventually.
All right, I say let's go check out the other part of the workshop and see some of these things up close and personal, because I have a feeling you have something even bigger in store for us.
Oh, I do.
All right, come on, guys. All right, Diane, so magic, talk about magic, and I can't wait to talk about that magic to our friends, because I just learned some magic really does go into these pieces that you create. What exactly are viewers looking at right here?
Well, what I'm showing you is the fact that I love natural, real things that go in my art. So I take pieces like lepidite, amethyst, crystal, all types, quartz, and I will take pieces like this. This is selenite. I'll take pieces like this, I'll grind it down, I'll shave it down with a knife, and then that's where I make things into my art. I will actually embed this into plasters that are exposed where it looks like an open geode, or something that I may do on an entire wall. A lot of times that happens.
So natural crystal, natural stone go into these pieces. So talk about energy, because stones and crystals, they all have lots of energy, and it's interesting because a painting, they jump out at you. So obviously energy, very important.
I can tell you that if it makes me feel good when I'm creating it, I know that people are going to feel good when they have it in their home. And it's something that you can't not smile when you walk past it and you see it capture the light and all the textures that raise forward and actually give you a little extra bling. A lot of these pieces, this is something that is all natural, but what I do is I'll sometimes grind it down into a food processor, and I make little tiny pieces, and I put it into the paint, and it's different. It's not
we're talking about hours and hours of creation. And speaking about hours of creation, let's talk about this masterpiece right here.
All right. This is a piece that I've actually kind of done a fusion, I call it. I am taking my carved pieces, which this is all plaster that I've carved over the top of a mica and gold piece. You'll see highlighted plasters, and the mica that is embedded into it is a golden mica. So that's one thing that's kind of something different.
All right, I saved the best for last, because this is one of my favorite pieces here behind you. And what is this horse for?
He is not finished. He is a base-coated horse that is going to be Swarovski crystal. This little colt is one of two that I'm working on, and I'm about to do some really amazing things to him.
Is it the first time you've used the crystals like that? The Swarovski crystals?
On a horse.
On a horse, okay.
I have embedded crystals into designs I've painted on people's walls and ceilings, and I hot fix and spend hours and hours and hours doing little crystal work.
Okay.
I've decided to create some pieces that I can actually put out to a gallery or put out for sale that is something unique that I just felt like making, and I'm a horse girl, so horses are my thing.
And I love, in closing, I would like to also mention you do have a partner, and he's a totally different extreme with what you do. So talk a little bit about that in closing.
My partner, Matt Lemons, he's a fine artist. He graduated from Ringling Art School, and he and I make a great team, because what I don't do, he does. What he doesn't do, I do. And we come together and we fuse a lot of our pieces and create things together.
And what we're showing our viewers right now are some of the pieces that he's created. So from a totally different spectrum of what he does and what the work that you do, it's great that you guys, your minds really are different, but you come together on your work.
We do. We fit nicely. And the thing is that if we're working for a client that has a need, that wants a little cartoon feel, or they want something really realistic, we have something for both of them. For anyone. So yes.
All right. Listen, come check this place out or give her a call. She can definitely create it. Imagination, she's got it. That's the end of the segment. We'll see you once again when we're out and about Sarasota.
Out and About Sarasota, made possible by these fine sponsors. This has been an Out and About media production and a product of the Catch Agency. Catch it.